After my last video, I had quite a few comments from people concerned about mercury in sharks. In this episode, we're back on the beach and we hook into a few different shark species along the way. We'll take a couple into the kitchen as well, make some fresh ceviche and some crispy deep fried fish. And later on, we'll take a closer look at what the actual mercury risk in sharks really is.
Alrighty, so we've got 2 rods out, we've got 1 banana prawn on each. Hopefully there's some fish around. Morning.
It's a little bit dirty.
It's a bit hard to tell what's going on with that swell. Oh, it's quite warm. What's happened here? Looks a bit fishy. Oh, I can't tell. Oh, I think there is something on there. I think it's very big though. We got it's a wee rig, really a little one. So I think I'll put it back, it's a bit small. Well, it's a target species, it is a bit on the small side, so I'm going to put it back. Should probably tag it, but I'm not set up with my tagging equipment. Seems a shame not to tag it, but by the time I get set up, would have been out of the water a bit long. Off we go. Beautiful sunrise this morning. What's the fish? Oh, it's a dogfish.
Oh, it's a dogfish.
Yeah. It's Dave's first catch of the morning. Definitely not what he's after. Easy. I'll put it back. We're good for takeoff?
Yep. We're ready to take off.
Coming along. You dropped?
Yeah.
Down she goes. It's either a fish in there or that's washed in. There is a fish on there. Oh nice, that's decent, whatever that is. That's probably a rig. It's up on the surface there. Oh, I got 2 fish on there. Friggin' a dogfish. Oh, actually, it's a school shark. School shark and a dogfish. Might actually keep that school shark. So that wee guy can go back. These are actually quite good eating, especially around this size. So that's 66. So main thing with school sharks is if you do take them as table fish, just make sure you don't take really big ones. Keep that nice and cool. You on? Got a decent bend going on. Be stoked if you got an alley on there.
Good way out, right?
Is it giving you a fight at all?
Yeah.
You do have your 10-ounce sinker on those, so it's probably adding to it. You're not far out now at all. Oh no, you've got a rig on there, I think. Rigging it. Oh no, is it a... Can't tell yet. No, you've got a rig on there. There's a rig and a dogfish.
It felt weird, eh? Because it was a freaking dogfish as well.
Yeah, explains all the difficulty. Nice. Holding up Dave's fish for him. Pulled that in from about 300 meters. Good eating size, this one. So this one is about bang on 80. You recording it? Oh right, that's not good. I'll hold this.
You're right. I'm over that, but it's still quite dirty.
Exactly. So we're going from really dirty to moderately dirty. Nice landing. All right, so I'm going to try with a cooked prawn as well. Oh, it is getting a bit busy down there. Not sure if there's a fish on here or the waves have just brought it back in. Oh, just the waves have brought it back in. Just freshen up the bait on this one. A fair amount of weight on here. It was pretty decent, whatever it is. Oh yeah, there's a bit of nodding going on, so oh, it might be another rig. Saw its fin there in the surf. Oh nice, not a bad rig. Quite a decent one too. Nice one. It's in excellent condition, this one. So a few people have asked me what it means to trunk a fish. So that's basically it. The head's removed, all the fins are removed, the guts are removed, and the gut cavity has been washed out. And of course, get it on ice, get it chilled as soon as possible. So I find those ice packs do a really good job of keeping it cool the whole day.
Partway through the morning, one of my viewers came down to say hi. We ended up having a good chat about how I set up my traces. Good to meet you, Jeff.
something on there. Again, I had no idea there was anything on there. The line had gone completely slack, so maybe just a dogfish, because it's certainly not big. School shark and a dogfish. So for people wanting to know how to identify different types of sharks, so the school shark is the one closest to me. It's got more of a grey colour, and you can see it doesn't have any spines. If we look at the spiny dogfish, you can see a spine there just in front of the top dorsal fin and the back dorsal fin, an even bigger spine. And the spiny dogfish has got the spots, and the school shark, you get my finger out of its mouth, does not have any spots. How far did you go that time? 300, I hit. The guy down there's got something pretty decent, either a big rig or a school shark. Nice. It's pretty cool. Vertebrae out of something. So Dave's gone home now, but I'm going to stay in a little bit longer and see if I can get a gurnard. There's something on there. Any luck, it's a bit of a bigger school shark. Whatever it is, it's just a bit of a dead weight. Not really fighting it. Oh, maybe there is a little bit of fight in it. Fingers crossed. Oh, it is a school shark. Not quite big enough to be worth taking. I mean, if you were hungry, you could get a couple of fillets off it, but I kind of feel bad taking them that small. There you go, buddy.
From there it was dogfish after dogfish, so I called it a day soon after. Before we get into the filleting and cooking, let's take a quick look at the mercury risk in fish and sharks. At the bottom of the food chain, crustaceans like crabs are low in mercury. Small fish that feed on them are still relatively low in mercury. But as you move up to larger fish, those mercury levels start to rise. And by the time you get to apex predators, such as a great white shark, mercury levels can be quite high. But not all sharks are apex predators. The rig shark feeds on crustaceans, which means it sits much lower in the food chain. And smaller sharks like the school shark sit somewhere in the middle. So the main takeaway is, not all sharks carry the same mercury risk. Right, now let's get into the filleting. Starting with the school shark. I've gone into more detail on this in previous videos. Filleting sharks is very straightforward. There are no bones to worry about. Once the skin's off, you're left with a large boneless fillet and very little waste. I soak the fillets in salt water and white vinegar to neutralise ammonia. I went into more detail about this in my last video. And for the rig shark, the process is pretty much the same. This was the first time I'd tried shark in a ceviche, and I was genuinely surprised at how good it was. I used the same ceviche recipe I use for other types of fish. You can see most of the raw ingredients here, but I would recommend fresh mango, not canned. You'll need enough lemons or limes to make a cup of juice. I would prefer to use limes, but I could only find lemons. For the fish I used the rig shark. You'll need roughly 150 grams per person. I made enough for 3 people. For any raw fish dish, I removed the shiny lining from the inside of the gut cavity. I cut the fish into cubes roughly 1 to 1.5 centimeters in size. Couldn't find my lemon squeezer, so I had to do it the hard way. Pour the citrus juice over the fish and make sure you're using a non-corrosive plastic or ceramic dish. Pop it in the fridge and let it cook in the citrus. It'll take roughly 1 to 2 hours. While the fish is in the fridge, prep the rest of the ingredients. make sure the red onion is sliced nice and thin. From there, just cube up the rest. And for the garnish, loosely chop the coriander and thinly slice the chilies. Once the fish is cooked, drain off the juice and season with salt. To assemble the dish, I fold in the firmer ingredients first and leave the softer mango and avocado until the end. Give it a quick taste test and season with more salt if necessary. And that's it, just serve it up and add the garnish. This turned out really good. The shark was soft and tender, perfect for a ceviche. For the school shark, I used the same crispy batter recipe from my last video. I'll leave a link in the video description. Shark is an excellent fish for deep frying. It holds together well and has a mild flavour. Just as good every time. I get asked a bit whether shark freezes well. Yes, it does, especially if you vacuum seal it first. This helps prevent freezer burn and ice crystals. And once it's defrosted, it's almost as fresh as the day it went in. So, are sharks safe to eat? Yes. Certain species, like rig shark, are actually low in mercury and perfectly fine to eat frequently. And for species that can be moderately high in mercury, such as school shark, you can still eat them, but in moderation. And if possible, take smaller sharks as table fish. Hope you enjoyed this episode and got something out of it. If you've got any questions or feedback, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.